Hello guys, welcome back with Wealthy Banda. Today I want to provide you an update on my Fundrise account and how did it do over the last year. So last June I signed up for Fundrise, which is a real estate crowdfunding platform, if you don't know what that is. And I invested some money. I started with $500 and I started adding up some money. Today I have $3,000 principal invested in Fundrise. Now, yesterday I received an email from Fundrise telling me happy anniversary and congratulations. We have been together for 1 full year. So lovely. So now I want to share this update with everyone, because a lot of people who want to consider investing in Fundrise, they are not really sure what exactly should they expect 1 year from now. I know a lot of the YouTubers put videos, they are saying, hey, this is a 1 year anniversary, but it's really 9 months or 1.5 or whatever the case is. So I hope this update, now that this is technically 1 year and 2 days from the time I received the email, how exactly should my account look like? How much is my ROI? I also want to share 2 important tips. One of them, what should you expect from taxes? So I got surprised with my investment strategy, what my taxes look like for 2022. I'm going to provide you a tip on how to avoid the mistake I done in 2022 with Fundrise. Last but not least, I want to touch on brand new feature they added, which is allow you to set up your goals to build a passive income. So if you want to earn, if you are decided like, okay, I want Fundrise to, in the future, to provide me X amount of money every month, this is exactly how much do I need to invest today. So we will touch on this at the end of this video. Now let's get started with my ROI, because I'm pretty sure this is the most exciting part for all of you guys out there. Well, as you can see on the screen, my Fundrise account right now have something around $3,091. Now, just an FYI, this is not my total return on investment. So I didn't make $91. If I want to see my performance, I have to go to the performance tab, go all the way down, and I'm gonna go ahead and select show me my return of investment for since I started, because technically that's exactly 1 year and 2 days. Now you're gonna see that my weighted average there, which is 6.4%. So my return on my investment, or the money I invested with Fundrise, I made 6.4 ROI. Now personally, I think that's a very decent return, especially this is the first year I'm investing with Fundrise, and a lot of my money still have not ramped up. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you, when they first sign up to Fundrise or in real estate platform, it takes a lot of time for the money to, be in action. They don't just give you return on investment immediately. They have to go buy the asset and so on. Now, a few things that I'm loving right now on the platform. One of them is, if you go to my REIT, you can see only 4 of my REITs. So REITs technically are my buckets of the money that invested. They are operating like separate companies. So the first 4 are already operating. I have only 21% of my technically portfolio is completely running. I have 2 of them are still stabilizing. So the operating one are technically what I should be expecting return on investment in these portfolios, or how, the best they performed. Stabilizing, it means it's not really the highest potential they just received yet, because they're still acquiring more assets, and the ones that still ramping up are in a very too early phase, so they are not returning a really good return just yet, but they will as soon as they became operating. Now, the fact that I had 14 REITs is something that I would regret in a minute when I talk about taxes. But I want to also touch on one more thing, is the assets. If you go to the tab where you see the assets, right now I have 111 buildings between multifamily housing and commercial real estate under my portfolio. So my money is invested in a really good set of multifamily housing and commercial real estate across the United States. I'm loving this. It's really good amount of assets I have. When I first started with them, I had like I think 50 or 60 when I signed up. So they have been really adding a lot of buildings. They believe this is a great time to buy real estate. So over the last couple of months, they almost acquiring a new real estate every couple of days, which is just amazing. So I'm seeing a lot of these portfolio right now, or things you see, are actually gonna ramp up pretty quick. Now, one thing I want to highlight for those who are considering jumping in Fundrise, taxes. Now, when I first signed up, or if you guys go check my previous video, I made a video about Fundrise. You can find it in the description. I encourage people to keep changing their investment strategy so they can actually go ahead and put their money in more REITs. Now, I realized that was a mistake. And I realized that because by the end of the 2020, they sent me my tax documents. Now, technically, this is our investment, but because they are different REIT and legally dealt with as separate companies, what happened is I received for every operating REIT a single document. So I will even the stabilizing. So if it made even 50 cents, I would receive a document 1099 in order to tell me, congratulations, you made this money. Now, if you are using TurboTax or one of the online software, it may not be a big deal. But if you have an accountant, that's a huge, annoying thing, because some of these accountants are charging you per document. So you may end up paying more money than what you made from some of these rates. So my recommendation is avoid doing this. If you are a brand new person who's signing up to Fundrise, please do one of the following. Decide if you want a passive income or if you want to focus on building wealth. Stick with one of these two strategies, or if you're not really sure, just go with a balanced one. It's pretty much the same. Now, my recommendation is, I know a lot of you were saying, okay, but in your previous video, you did recommend that people should consider diversifying their portfolio more. Well, here is the thing. I noticed even with my current 14 REITs, some of the investments that they are making are being added to more than one of my REITs. So let's say, for example, they're acquiring a new building. 2 of my REITs gonna put money in that building to acquire together. So I'm under the impression the advisor team who decide which building to acquire is really shared with all of these REITs, which is take the diversification out of the window. So my recommendation, don't worry about having so many REITs as much as making sure when you are trying to go ahead and invest, you having one fixed strategy. You're either focusing on supplement income or passive income, or you are looking for a growth. So hopefully the return on investment on the long term is higher than it is today. For most of you, probably balanced strategy is the best. Now, what happened if you already signed up and you already start doing what I did, right? My recommendation is do the dividend distribution. Don't take it. Let them reinvest it for you. So they will take that money every quarter and they will put it back in the same REIT. And the reason for this, because you cannot go back and invest in every and each REIT, right? Unfortunately, Fundrise does not let you have that luxury where you choose where you want to put your money. So just make sure the dividend are reinvested until you have enough money in each one of these REITs. So at least it's worth your time. So that's just my thought. Now, we are done with taxes. Let's move to the third and last point, which is the most exciting one. I'm really looking forward for it. The passive income feature. So for a long time now, it means since the beginning of this year, you can actually go ahead, set your goal, how much wealth you want to build over 5-10 years. If you want to do, auto enrollment and invest every month. The thing they added just last month is you are able to build a goal of building a passive income. So for me, especially, I want to build a passive income, and I'm pretty sure since you guys are, Wealthy Panda subscribers, you're also looking for passive income as well. So now they allow you, if you go to the home page, click on create a goal, and you will be able to go ahead and choose an income goal. I don't know why they call it income, but whatever works for them. I'm going to go ahead and write it as passive income. And I'm going to say, look, maybe my target right now is I want to make maybe $150 monthly income from Fundrise. So again, my Fundrise is just part of my portfolio. I want to have reasonable target. So let's say my target is, I don't know, 10, 12 years from now, I want Fundrise to be able to provide me $150 every month. Sounds good? All I have to do is give them the number of years, then go ahead and select how much money my target is every month. Now, once I do this, they're gonna do for me calculation, trying to estimate what should I invest every month in order for me to expect 12 years from now I'm able to build that income. So again, this is not 100% accurate, it's estimates, right? But it's really helpful tool for people who are trying to look at passive income. So based on this calculation, right now it will tell me, hey, all you need to invest is about $100 if I'm gonna do dividend reinvestment, and I will be able to receive 150 average every month 12 years from now. So by 2030 something, this is what I should be expecting. Now I can go ahead and modify this. I can make it 5 years. I can, play around with the amount of money I'm targeting, etc. And as much as I change it, the amount of money I have to contribute will be different. You can also choose not to do dividend reinvestment, which the current strategy for me. I have every quarter they just send me these checks, which I love it. I love seeing the money coming to my bank account. So it's really your call how you want to do this, but I think this feature is going to be very helpful. I'm going to go ahead and set it up for me right now. Again, you can change this, you can modify it as, going forward. But I think the feature would be very handy, especially if your target is really building that passive income from distributed different of resources. Now, I want to highlight, but I don't look at Fundrise as a replacement for my stock portfolio or anything else. I'm just trying to make sure I have additional source of income. And the reason for this is, just look at last year when the pandemic hit and we went into almost recession. A lot of the stocks were not able to pay me dividend. They just freeze it, which I understand why, because they want to protect my investment. But on the other hand, if I am, if I decided to retire and rely 100% on my investment, I want these, dividends to keep coming. So I'm okay if they freeze my principal, but I'm not okay with them freezing my dividend. And Fundrise done an amazing job over the last year to show us that they will always continue paying us a dividend. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button left and right, and don't forget to subscribe if you are not a subscriber yet. If you like this type of videos as well, do not hesitate to share it. It will help us continue providing more and more videos similar of this type. One last thing I want to highlight, if in my link, we are affiliated with Fundrise. We don't make much money off it, but they will waive for us the advisor fee for 2 to 3 months. So if you are a brand new person who did not sign up to Fundrise and you're considering signing up, please consider using our link. It will help support the channel and making sure we continue to provide an update to the Fundrise account. Thank you guys, and stay tuned with Wealthy Panda.